So we have John Forfar. He is a developer relations expert and full stack developer specializing in AI and Web3. So John will walk you through the factory and how you will build your mini apps and how to deploy. So let's all welcome John Forfar. John, take the stage.
Hi all, welcome. Yeah, so today we'll be running through a quick overview of OpenX AI, talking about decentralized AI that's available for everyone to build on, and then we'll run into the base mini app factory, which is a tool that lets you vibe code or just talk in natural language to an AI that can help you build an app. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, what is OpenX AI founded upon? So AI is the most powerful technology that humans have ever created. And just like the internet, OpenX AI believes that it should be free, open for everyone to use and accessible, and not owned or censored or monopolized by big tech companies. So it's all about getting AI out into the hands of the people so you can use it, benefit your life, whether that's as a student to help you learn faster with a study buddy, or maybe after university you want to build a startup. It's about teaching you how you can build a startup using open source technology. So who actually owns AI? So right now it's controlled by basically a big tech group. So only several companies in the world control a high percentage of all the AI infrastructure, resources such as data center compute and GPU, and human, capital or staff that are trained up in AI and then continuously working in the AI field. All of these resources and people are in these big tech companies that are leading the way. Now, the problem is when you do have a small group of companies that are charging a price to access the AI technology, they can sort of get away with raising the price to make it out of reach for a lot of people. So they might be able to give you free access for a small amount of use, and then they start charging you $20 a month US, and then they might charge you $200 a month for the premium model. And that's completely inaccessible for lots of people all around the world. Some of the other problems is it's closed model, so they don't release in open source, therefore you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You're just getting a nice website that you talk into, upload all your files into, and then you get a response. But yeah, they might be doing something with that data. Maybe you're uploading spreadsheets or textbooks or text files about your assignment or something. This big company can then take that data and do something with it. So you don't really have visibility of what's happening with your data and then how is the actual software built, the AI models. And then, of course, they get you in with the free tier, but then you're locked in, you can't move to another provider. So you're sort of stuck in one of these cloud providers. Again, they control the humans that work on AI. They control the data centers. They control a lot of the data that is actually yours and you willingly upload to it. And then they control a lot of the social medias, which is actually the news in this day and age. So they're able to, hype up new product launches because they control, say, the Facebook social network, or maybe it's Grok is a new version coming out, and because they control Twitter, they can also, hype up their own product and sell features there as well. And basically what it means is these big companies are controlling the AI industry. So what is OpenXAI doing? It's all about making a decentralized permissionless AI protocol, which is termed Web3 ecosystem, and it provides open source models and affordable compute to everyone. So what is OpenXAI all about? It's about open source models. So if you don't know, you do have GPT-5, you do have Grok, you do have Gemini 3. So these big, powerful models released by these big tech companies are traditionally not open sourced straight away. They're closed source for a couple of years. And then once they're sort of not relevant, they'll open source them. What OpenXAI does, there is an industry of AI enthusiasts, builders that have uploaded 2.2 million open source models that you can use. And there's different AI models that people build at home and then they upload, which could be anything from recognizing humans in a CCTV camera feed. Maybe it's a image generation app that modifies an image, your selfie, to add some effects to it, like that you can use for TikTok or Facebook posts. So people make all these crazy and cool AI models, whatever they want. And there's a huge ecosystem of open source models that you can use. So you're not locked into just these handful of ones. Another use case, and I've seen people building that in Philippines specifically, there's people that build text-to-speech language models that help convert, maybe it's English, maybe it's Tagalog or Bisaya, into different dialects that might be ancient and not commonly used in the Philippines. So people are mapping out these old dialects or languages in the Philippines and then giving you a tool to be able to translate or generate text in that language. So a lot of cool stuff gets built. The other part of OpenXAI is decentralized compute. I'll explain more later, but basically there's bare metal or servers running all around the world that aren't owned by the big tech companies, that are very affordable for people to use, and OpenXAI allows you to tap into that cheaper server CPU GPUs. OpenXAI is also a DAO, so it has multi-sig wallets as a treasury. It has a forum for proposals of things that the community want to vote and work on. And it obviously has a token as well called OpenX token. The other part of it is monetization. So as a builder, how do you actually monetize your application? And this is a big part that's missing in a lot of these vibe coding platforms. Maybe it's like Google AI Studio or Lovable. So how do you actually quickly monetize? So with OpenXAI, you can select a pre-created smart contract, attach it to your app, and then quickly monetize, whether that's through a pay-per-use model or a subscriber monthly model. So if you go back when the internet was being built in the 1970s, the internet was born in a small military complex called DARPA. It then expanded to a handful of companies that were running these big, expensive servers. And then as the server technology got cheaper, it became more and more decentralized. And that's exactly what OpenXAI is trying to do. Then you look at Web3. So 15 years ago, Ethereum came out. It started having a lot more complex blockchain applications using smart contracts. And when that was launched, on top of, say, the technological innovation of Bitcoin, Ethereum was able to launch smart contracts and then bring a lot more applications that are decentralized to the people of the world. And then OpenXAI is doing the same thing, but for AI inference, AI applications. So you can build applications completely open source using the latest technology with no vendor lock-in. So So what is OpenXAI permissionless AI ecosystem? So it's your data, your infra, your AI. So that's a big statement, but basically it means no one can block your application once you build it. No one can block your access. You're able to build and deploy locally on your own laptop with no internet. It doesn't cost any money per month. If you stop paying each month the fee, it's not going to get turned off because there's no fee. It's literally free and open source to run on your own computer. You take the same principles and apply that to deploying your application on a cloud server that's decentralized, and the same thing. You can build and deploy scalable Web3 applications on the internet that people can use without vendor lock-in, without these expensive fees. And probably the other thing is OpenXAI has no VCs, no CEOs. It's completely community governed. There's a Telegram group, a Discord group, there's a forum. So you can get involved with the community and start making recommendations, start building. You can fork any of the open source code and build things yourself, and then try and get it integrated or merged back into the main code base. So how does it work? So people can spin up a GPU or a CPU server, and it uses the Xnode OS operating system, which is completely open source. It's a version of Linux and NixOS. And when you're deploying this open source software on a bare metal or server that has no software put on it, you're renting wholesale prices for that server. You put the open source operating system on top. Then you install open source libraries like Python, Next.js, maybe it's Open Web UI or Llama. You can build powerful applications that have no middlemen. All the AI smarts are running on that Xnode server, and you can build self-contained decentralized applications. So it's a fantastic way to build something where you're not paying reoccurring fees of like $2,000 a month in cloud hosting or ChatGPT API fees. You're just building the whole thing fully open source, and everything runs on that server just like you would at home, and you're not paying all these extra fees. Because of that, you can drop the cost by 90%. So it's a pretty powerful thing to do. Obviously, OpenXAI is here to make that easy, because it is difficult if you're building the whole thing by yourself. But now, in this day and age, you can build lots of software very quickly. So how does it work? So OpenXAI, like I said, builds tools that help you build apps as quickly as possible and then build it in a decentralized way. So one part of that is connecting your Base or Web3 wallet, and that's all the access you need to be able to use this technology. So again, once you have the app fully built, you can make money. So you can attach a smart contract, pay per use, have a pay per month fee to your application. Some of those smart contracts will be ready at the end of this Base Mini App Factory campaign. All we're doing in the next week and a bit is making sure, it's 1 week now, 1 week left, is just build an app, build something fun, and I'll show you some examples of what people have built. Again, the whole, all the technology layers are open source. So the NixOS or Xnode OS fork is open source. So you can have a look on the GitHub repo. All the modules that you put on top are like Python, open source. The AI model is open source. So everything is open source, and it all runs on the OpenXAI full stack, which is called Xnode OS. So one of the things I'll quickly show today is X Studio, but there is a marketplace coming as well. So I'll do a quick demo of the studio because we do have a little bit extra time today. So I just want to show you what I'm talking about. So here's an example of a studio. Now, you've probably heard of these Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of DeepSeek or Quencoder. Yeah, lots of thumbs up. Fantastic. So yeah, DeepSeek was a really good example of open source AI. So they sort of came along, and what I'll do in the background while I'm talking is just show you. I'm picking a different, like a model. Maybe it's a 7 billion parameter model of DeepSeek R1. I'm going to pick select free trial because we've got 10 servers that you can pre-deploy to right now. And if you want to follow along on the call, I'll just drop this in the chat. But basically, you can deploy an open source model, talk to it. It's your private data for half an hour. Obviously, if you want it longer than 30 minutes, you can like pay a bare metal provider a small fee, and then you can start building that application for real instead of on a demo server that turns off after 30 minutes and resets. But yeah, the way it works when you're deploying on an OpenX AI Studio or X Studio is you can scroll through and select, all the different wholesale providers of bare metal. So it's kind of a sky scanner of compute and GPU. So you just scroll through, find a data center in your region, and find the price that you want to pay, and then select it. So we'll just select free trial, and then here's the 2 examples of the smart contracts that you can select. So one of them is the whole application that you deploy is wrapped in an NFT. That's how you access it with your wallet. That NFT, the access to the app, can be sold. So you can actually build up an AI application, have 1,000 users at a certain website, and then sell it on OpenSea, which is an NFT marketplace. So you can basically flip your business idea and make some money that way. The other one is through, say, subscriptions. So you can charge with Web3, you might charge $1 a month to access your application. And this is something that's impossible to do with, say, Visa and MasterCard, where they have like a $2 to $3 minimum and a certain percentage fee. With Web3 and Base and Ethereum, you can charge really small amounts, and maybe that's like $1 per month, and that's called a microtransaction. You can even charge 5 cents per use. So these are a lot of cool different business models that you can't do in Web 2. This is what Web 3 is all about. But we'll just decide later, and we'll skip connecting a wallet because this is the demo. But this is a real server that's pre-allocated for this demo, the studio.openxai.org. You can buy your own server, but for this example, it's already pre-deployed server. And it just, what it's doing, it's taking that bare metal or data center computer that has no operating system on it. It's now installing that Linux operating system, which is Xnode OS based on NixOS. It's then installing on top of that layer some open source libraries like Python, maybe it's Next.js or JavaScript or Node. Who's heard of these technologies? So they're open source libraries that you can typically code with. Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of Next.js or Python. Yeah, so I think we got a couple of questions. So while we're waiting for this to quickly load, let's do a little round of questions. Yeah, so you can either talk here or maybe just put it in the group chat. Just let me know. Okay, so just quickly, so this is an example of deploying an application that's complex on top of a decentralized server. But the whole stack is something you can run on your own laptop. So don't be too scared of what's happening. Nothing is secret and under the hood. It's literally the same stuff that you would install on your own laptop, fully open source, no fees paid for, but you're doing it on a cloud server. And basically what's happened over the last sort of 15 years is cloud has become super easy for people. They just one-click deploy, and they get charged lots of fees, especially when the, say, AWS app scales up to 1,000 users, you start spending like $1,000 or $2,000 a month on hosting fees. This way, you can actually do it a lot more affordably, just like you would at home, but it's on a data center, a server. Now, here's what it's deployed. So it's installed a front end called Open Web UI. It's basically the ChatGPT website, the front end where you talk into a box and an AI responds. It's also running on the same Xnode server, the Llama backend service, which hosts the AI model. So it downloads an open source AI model onto your cloud server, and then you can run that. So let's have a look at what it looks like. So I just open up this new tab, I click the button. It's generated a little string at the demo address. So this is a public address that you can log into. And imagine this is your app that you've been building. And I can show you some examples of that on the YouTube channel as well. But yeah, basically we've got a free, a clean and fresh installation of Open Web UI, which is the front end to talk to any of these open source models. So hundreds of thousands of models you can talk to. This one we've installed DeepSeek. And then, yeah, tell me about the, let's say, manufacturing industry in the Philippines for creating electronics. So I'm just putting in a specific question so you guys know that it's not pre-recorded or some, you know, random like video or whatever. This is like literally you're looking at DeepSeek. It's a thinking model. So what it does, it just processes the question, reiterates to itself and tries to understand what the intent of the user question is. And then it does its own little discussion research about the question. So yeah, DeepSeek sort of going through, it's building a answer and then it'll answer the question. So yeah, it's it's talking about the electronics industry in the Philippines, and just with LLMs, because it is open source LLMs, you can actually go find out where the AI model, what the weights are, who made it. You know, there's a lot of information around open source models. You can figure out what data the model's trained on, just reaching out to who created that and their profile. So yeah, it's a completely different way. Normally it's a black box. At least this one's it's a box that has a little bit of light in it to figure out where this model came from. Is it biased data? What is it trained on? And you can even run it at home as well. So you can get, you know, some information out of that. And you can run this locally on your own computer just by installing Llama. So who's actually heard of Llama and who has it installed locally? Just let me know in the chat. Also, let me know if you want to do a little session on installing Llama locally and getting AI to run on your computer. Just let me know. We do have a little bit of time. If not, I'll just flick back to the slides. So I've showed you the X Studio, how you can deploy a chatbot application. Obviously, you can deploy other applications. That's just a simple example. The marketplace, I'll just quickly show you the new marketplace that's coming. So this is designed, and basically you can sort of see the different things that people can build, the different models that people can click on, and you can have agents. And then the big one here is a directory of base mini apps that you guys build as well. So this app store is coming. And what I'll quickly do, this is another dashboard here. Now, this is something I created like a couple of workshops ago. Let me know if you can see that. The main thing here is you can scroll through all these apps. So there's 1,016 apps. There's actually 1,020 right now. It's just updating. But yeah, there's, you know, 10, 16 apps here. So we've only had the base mini app factory live, which is a vibe coding platform that you can just quickly build a mini app in. And look at all the different games and apps that people have built. So people have built it in, they've built card games, they've built DeFi apps, or like how to manage your finance apps. There's a few games. And we're actually featuring these on Twitter. So if you do build an app that's cool, yeah, you can actually see the app on Twitter, how it works, and click it. So you can actually go in here. Let's try just a simple one. So we click on the Pong game. So someone was able to build Pong, and the way it works is you just tap these up and down, and yeah, really cool. So they built a simple Pong game, just as an example. The other example, and I'm just showing you the example so you understand, you know, what I'm talking about. Here's another example. So has anyone played Minecraft, or no one's heard of Minecraft? Thumbs up if you've heard of Minecraft. So yeah, so Bonfire is a game that this person's created, and you collect inventory. So you collect items, you can grow a tree, chop a tree, fuel a fire. And this is an example of a more advanced app than others, believe it or not. So you can see here, I'm Fearless Chicken 785, and anyone can go to this link. I'll put it in the chat here. So this is an example of a mini app that we're going to talk about soon. And you can go in here, the name's automatically generated, but you can chat. You can actually chat, and there's like a public chat board. So let me know if you can see that. I put the link in the chat. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't know what you guys are gonna type, but yeah, basically, you can grow a tree, chop a tree. So yeah, just click the button, and yeah, we'll start growing a tree, which obviously takes a bit of time. You got to sit there and wait for it, but you can build up your inventory, and there's a leaderboard. So that's pretty cool. So this is an example of a base mini app. So let's actually go into some more information about it all. So I just want to, you know, as discussed before, Base is fast and cheap. So it's a great platform for you to build on top of, enable microtransactions for your app, start making some money, and you're not paying a huge amount in gas fees to use the network. Also, they have a massive reach. So they have like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of users of the Base wallet, and people can find your app inside that Base wallet once you build it and connect it up. So yeah, what is Base Mini Apps? I've showed you an example, but basically it is a simple web application. Normally it doesn't have a big database or anything attached. It's very simple. Maybe it's just a fun quiz game or a little mini game. But the idea is it's lightweight, it's web-based, and then it runs inside of your mobile browser, inside the Base wallet. People can access it directly as well on their phone, any browser. But the idea is it's already pre-connected into the Base wallet app that you've already installed today. And what that means is if people have like $5 in their wallet, and then you build some cool bonfire game, maybe you're sick of waiting to grow a tree and you don't want to spend 10 minutes waiting to grow a tree. You want to grow it right now, and you just give them 5 cents. There's an example of the app developer making 5 cents because people didn't want to wait 10 minutes to grow a tree. So let me know if that makes sense, but it's a quick way to make money. There's no KYC, there's just people connecting a wallet, they send you money, you build a cool game or app, and you can make money that way. So yeah, OpenXAI basically lets you build as quickly as possible. It's connecting AI to Web3, so you can build these cool mini apps. And the main thing is it's accessible to anyone. Like I said, you don't need your dad's credit card, pay $20 a month to access this. It's literally just connect the base wallet, which is free, to the app website, and then you can start building. And then I'll just quickly play a video where we discuss the competition that's launched like a week ago, and you've got another week left. It's only a 2-week long competition. So let's go there now. So what I'll do, I'll just take you to the base mini app. So let's find it. So I'm just showing you the YouTube channel for OpenXAI, so please go follow that. Hey everyone, I'm Johnny Devrel from OpenXAI. We have some major news for creators and builders today. OpenXAI has built a new way for you to take your idea and launch it on-chain fast. The mini app factory is here and ready to change how you build on Base. Now you can create your own Base mini app just by chatting and mint it instantly as an NFT with no complex setup needed. Build your app in less than 5 minutes, deploy it in a tap, and you own it. Your idea, your data, your design. So this is the breakthrough feature. Mint your mini app as an NFT. Now anyone can discover, share, and trade mini apps across the whole ecosystem. And the best part, every mini app that you launch through the factory contributes to community rewards. Everyone benefits as new apps go live. The more deployments, the bigger the collective rewards for the builder network. So climb the leaderboard and compete for the $150,000 prize pool. If you're amongst the first 1,000 builders, you'll get a Genesis NFT for lifetime rewards. The mini app factory is now live. Start building, deploy your app, and create something innovative and on-chain today. Our mini app competition wraps up on December the 4th, so get your ideas in and make every deployment count. Build, deploy, and mint your mini app for collective rewards. Start building on the Base mini app factory now. Okay, so I'll just flick over to another channel. So yeah, thanks for watching that. I'll just show you my channel. So make sure you search for John Forfar in YouTube, and all the things I make, whether that's OpenXAI related, or maybe it's just helping get you set up on your own local laptop for vibe coding or installing the latest cursor. I basically go through and create videos, really just trying to help the builder community. So I do create a lot of videos in the Philippines, thanks to DDC, MJ, and Rubes. We have a lot of videos and sessions, workshops that we create all around Mindanao and even out at Manila as well sometimes. So yeah, make sure you check out this YouTube video channel. The big one I wanted to just quickly show you is, you know, there is a ways to build more advanced applications. So I do talk about Cursor a lot. It's a really powerful tool. It's an IDE that helps you code. Again, let me know if you want to talk about Cursor today. If not, we'll just do our base mini app factory to do simple, lightweight applications. There is a bunch of examples of more powerful applications. If you just think of how I deployed DeepSeek just before with a little chatbot front end, you can actually have DeepSeek powering your analytics dashboard, or maybe you've built a climate simulator that simulates flood patterns in Mindanao. You can actually hook up a powerful AI model on the same server, build something really cool. But yeah, there is a hackathon that's finished. These are the finalists and winners announced for the Australian hackathon. We have finished now the global hackathon that had 120 plus Filipinos. launching their apps and building stuff, and then they've submitted their apps into the hackathon as well. There's huge prizes available for that. So hopefully someone wins the global hackathon from Philippines. It's like 581,000 pesos as a prize. Who would want to win that? No one? Any thumbs up? Yeah, so it's a little bit of money. I mean, I'd start vibe coding right then and there if I was going to win that. Yeah. So the thing I wanted to quickly show you, and let me just actually show you what it looks like. So this is a video of back when there was 7 applications. Now there's 1,020. But this is basically a video of how to deploy an app. So let's run through it. So you just type in the app name, and it's a very simple mobile interface. You can do it on your phone. You type in a name, and once you hit create, you've actually created an app. So it builds a operating system in the background. It then deploys your application package and then puts it onto a subdomain at that URL. And then once that's created, it takes you to the next page where you enter a prompt. And then it actually goes off and deploys it. So let me just have a look. So you can see it's a very simple prompt, and we'll talk more about the prompt later. But don't try and be too smart or complex. Just be very simple. Describe using normal language the game rules or the app rules. For example, tic-tac-toe or noughts and crosses. It's a 3-column grid. You know, the AI or the computer might start by putting an O or an X in the first square. Then the human might respond. Or you can, you know, do all sorts of different rules. But the main goal is, and you can do variations of this, but the main goal is to have 3 O's or X's on a horizontal row, vertical row, or diagonally. And then you win. Once you get that 3 aligned X's or O's, then you win the game. And that's all you type in, and then that builds the game for you. So once you hit go, it'll start deploying it. It uses AI to build the app for you. It even shows you everything that pops up at the bottom here. So it's got the ADA AI agent that goes off and builds all the Next.js JavaScript components. You can see all the output. And then the beauty here, and I'm just showing you, is GitHub. There's a link for GitHub. You can see all the code that it deploys. It's fully open source. You can even see the prompt that you type in. And that's on the dashboard. I'll flick back in a sec. But basically, this is an open source, mobile-based mini app vibe coding system where you fully own it with your base wallet. You're the only one that can control and access that. Obviously, it's open source, so anyone can copy it. And all the prompts are open source because you can see the prompts as well. So, you know, the main thing is about not how do you create the code. It's about building a fun branded game or an application that people want to use. And then there's obviously other work required to get people to use it, which is obviously marketing, getting to the top of the App Store, you know, putting it out on Twitter, getting people to like it and share it. And what we do is encourage everyone, once they've built something cool, is to promote it on social media, on Farcaster and Twitter, and yeah, link back to the app and people can play it or use it. So this is an example of me one-shotting or just with one prompt building a whole application. It was tic-tac-toe, and then you can you know, hit the button and play. So there is a small configuration modal or page. This is how you connect it to the base wallet app and allow it to be searchable inside the base wallet app. And then there's Farcast if you want to have social links. So when people share it, it comes up with a nice picture and description, metadata of your app. Very simple. And then this is the game that's you can play it. So that's called Tic-Tac-Toe. And it's a web-based game. People can play it. I already showed you Bonfire, which has more advanced features like a chat and a leaderboard. So this is a simple one. Let's go back to the slides. I've got more slides about prompting, and I just want to dive into that a little bit more. So here is the link to the base mini app factory. So the first 1,000 app deployments are free. We've obviously crossed that 2 days ago. So if you want to deploy, just make sure you reach out and get your voucher code, and then you get a free deployment for attending this workshop. We'll have more information about that later. MJ will let you know. So I've explained what the base mini app factory is, what you can actually create. So again, simple to-do list apps, calculators, image generators, you know, a little event app or games or quizzes, so things like that. Don't try and build the next, someone actually did this. They tried to enter in, please build me Cyberpunk 2077 Unreal Engine game. Obviously, it can't do that. It's just for simple mini app web-based games that are lightweight. So yeah, but the real thing is to really think about the target audience. So who are you building this for? It might be, you know, uni students that want to just burn some time for 5 minutes, have some fun in a tic-tac-toe game, or maybe it's 2048, or maybe it's Scrabble or Word Finder. So you can build whatever you want. You don't have to do any coding. You can just vibe code or talk in human language and just describe what you want to build. So once you do build, make sure you submit your app at this QR code. So just go to the Google form and submit your app link. If you do need some vouchers, we'll speak to MJ in a second who can present that. I'll just quickly explain the example prompt. So this is the tic-tac-toe example prompt. So like I said, describe the rules of the game or the app. Do it in a human language, English in this case. Don't just assume the AI knows all the rules inside your head. Try and think of the actual app that you're building and what the triggers are, what the human input is for the game or app. You know, what's the finish state? So they get 3 in a row and then they can finish the game. You know, even discuss, put a social sharing button, or maybe there's a leaderboard or things like that. So I'll quickly show you how to build a leaderboard. So that's a good suggestion. So thank you very much. The do's and don'ts, again, don't make it super complex. The AI cannot access the internet when it's building, so don't try and you know, like search for all the NBA basketball resorts and build a table out of that. It won't have that information. It has the information within the AI model at the time. It might be able to generate mock data. So if you want to build a fantasy sports, if you want to build fantasy sports game, that's easy to do. The AI can just generate all this data for you. It's all mock or made up. And there is ways to pull data feeds off the internet if it's not authenticated data. So if it's like a public API that has no authentication key, you can do that. I was able to pull in price feeds or gas fees off base. So it is possible to do that, but don't try and make it too complex. You'll just end up having some build errors. Now, I'll just quickly show you one other thing. So I'll go to the actual, let's see if I can do this. So I'll just go to the base mini app factory. You can see there's 10,020 apps already built. I've connected my wallet before. I've got a couple of apps. I'll just quickly show you, I don't know, one of the apps I'm trying to build here is like a Mario type game. And the big one I wanted to show you is this button, history. So when I commit, I'm actually making changes to GitHub. It does it all automatically. But if I do get stuck and things aren't building properly, you can go back, you can reset the app back to scratch, back to project creation. So reset to empty project, or you can just go back through the previous change I made and reset it back to that. So that's a new feature, and just be aware there's a history button. If you do get stuck, you can reset it all the way back or just go back to the last change. Once you do build the app and it's published, you can share it on Farcaster or Twitter. And then obviously you can play it. So this is a pretty average example of a game. So this is using a kangaroo, similar to Super Mario. But you just jump around and jump over the bad guys. You can jump on their head, collect some power-ups. But I'm just slowly working on that. So I will add a leaderboard and things like that as well. Try and pick a good name. So it is difficult to change the name afterwards. I'll probably call this Kangario if I was changing the name again. But I think in the future we'll have a feature where you can change the name of the app. So I'll just quickly go back to the mini app. Like let's go to the actual. Let me load up the correct one. Here it is. So this is the miniapps.openxai.org. So this is where you can see all the different, it's like a little dashboard I made. Now, the app that's featured is called Bonfire that I showed you, where you grow a tree, collect wood, whatever. You can actually look at, you know, how many Git commits they've made. You can sort of see, yeah, well, probably, I'll give another example. So base crash, this one's a simple, well, it's a pretty awesome looking example of great design for a mobile app. But I wanted to show you the prompts. So if you do get stuck, you can actually look at the prompts that everyone makes to build their base crash app. So step one, they put in a bunch of rules of the game or app, and then AI is able to take those rules and go off and build it. Then they put some important requirements, never show spaces. They did some customization. They have mentioned like a 6x6 grid a few times. So maybe they got stuck with 4x4 or something. But yeah, look at the different prompt examples. You know, another one is Snake, so that they sort of laid it out a bit better. Try and keep the prompt simple, not too complex. But if it is a web-based game and you're not installing databases and things, it'll build it pretty quickly straight away. So yeah, lots of different apps to play around with. Have a look, check it out. It is featuring the top 9 that we promote on Twitter this week, but you can click all apps, and then yeah, you can scroll through all 1,000 of them. So yeah, have a think about what you want to build and start building. You get a free voucher to build on the base mini app factory. Okay, I'll just hand over to MJ to talk about the vouchers and free deployments. So um, let me know if you can share some more details about that, MJ, just with how we're going to distribute the vouchers. So when you go to the Mini App Factory and try and click build, because we're over 1,000 deployments, there is a small fee in OpenX tokens. So you can bypass that fee using the voucher code.
Yes. So, guys, I shared to you in our messenger group chat the copy of the responses. So as you can see, you cannot edit it, but you can claim your voucher there. So you can only edit via Google Form. So please fill out the Google Form so I can add a voucher to your as I will assign a voucher right in your
Email, I think.
yeah
Yeah.
your email address. Yes. So yeah, I'll just wait for your the responses, and you can actually check in the Explorer the sample prompts like John showed. So for reference, and you can build. We have until 12, so you can start building, and we will give you until December 3 to finish your apps, and we will reward the um, top 10 winners for the top 10 apps. Yes. So aside from that, you will also you will be eligible for the global competition. So yeah, I think that's it for me, John. Oh, you're mute.
Oh, I'll just show you some more information about the base Mini App Factory landing page. So I'll just put this in the chat. So how many apps is the question in the chat? How many apps do we get to create? And if it's unlimited, is it free? So basically you get a deployment slot. So you get one app that you can deploy in a deployment slot, but unlimited edits. So you can actually blow the whole thing away. I showed you before. You can just edit the app. You can reset it back to default. Just make sure you name it something generic if you don't know exactly what you're going to build. So maybe it's, I don't know, just call it MJ2000, and then, you're not specifically locking into tic-tac-toe or chess or something. You can actually just, build whatever app you want, and people can get to it. The other part of that is it's a slot. So you can just, once you have access to that slot, it's yours forever. You can just connect with your wallet. That's assigned to your wallet, and you can keep editing the app and building whatever you want. So it's kind of like free cloud credits, but just for one mini app. So that's what you get. So yeah, you can edit that as many times as you want. It's not there's no, you get 100 edits and then you have to pay money, nothing like that. Obviously, we want to see high quality applications built. So if you do build something really cool, drop the link for the mini app, and then we can have a look and feature that on the mini app store, or even share that on social media, which we've done all this week. We've shared 9, and there's another 3 getting shared today. So hopefully you guys can make it. I'll just quickly explain, some of the other terms of the competition. So there is over $150,000 worth of value for this specific prize pool. That's just cash. This will get dropped into your wallet if you win. So the competition table, we did have a whitelisting process, which had 18,000 people whitelist. The main thing here was the first 1,000 builders get added. Well, the first people that deploy, the first 1,000 that deploy, they get a Genesis NFT in their wallet, which gives them access to future discounts of OpenX AI products and free hosting, things like that. But yeah, all of those Genesis NFTs are finished. We're over 1,000 apps now, and now basically you just have to build something high quality, really cool. Try and build mine like a bonfire was, where you can build wood or grow wood. You can really just have a Roblox, farming game where you can like grow vegetables or animals. So something like that would be pretty cool. I might build that. But basically, um, building a cool app. You've got till the 4th of December, and the best apps will win a prize. Obviously, you're attending the workshop now, so you get that free hosting for the mini app. So congratulations. And then, yeah, the airdrop's the day after, so on the 5th. So, yeah, get your submissions in by the 3rd. There is a little announcement on the 4th, and then the airdrops get sent out the sort of the day after. Now, I'll just quickly load up a blog post. So you can go to our blog, medium.com/OpenXAI official guide. I'll drop that in the chat. I'll also drop this. So yeah, just putting the links in the chat so you guys can read this. And basically what this guide does, it sort of walks you through how to build a mini app, how to go to the mini app factory and get started. Also, there is a guide on all the sort of competition terms. So have a read of the official blog post. It talks about why and the competition video. It talks about the deployment sort of windows to make sure you get your deployment or app deployed on the App Store in the next week. It talks about how Base Mini App Factory compares to other sort of mini app builders out there. Basically, you get full ownership wrapped in an NFT, so you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with that. Obviously, all the code's open source. You can deploy anywhere. There was the first 1,000 Genesis members to make sure, get in, build as quickly as you can. Obviously, there's still after Genesis, there's other rewards. So because you're getting a free voucher, you don't have to pay 20 OpenX tokens to deploy. So congratulations, you get that for free. You don't have to pay that. But there is earnings. So typically you pay some money, the OpenX tokens to deploy, and then potentially you'll get some earnings that come back. But you guys get to deploy for free, and then you still get the earnings. So make sure you build something cool, and basically the higher quality, the more rewards you get. There will be a period at the end of the campaign on the 4th where all the apps will be minted as NFTs. Then there also will be extra components you can add to your app for monetization, so you can earn things. We're not going anywhere. We'll basically be there to help you build and integrate, make the app cooler. The main thing is you get that deployment slot for free, which you will get as part of this workshop if you haven't already, and then build a cool app. So keep iterating, talking to the vibe coding AI, and just make something fun and cool. The cooler it is, the higher you go up on the leaderboard, more people use it, and the more rewards you basically get. So yeah, you can have a read of all that. I've dropped the link for the medium.com/openxai, so you can check that out yourselves. And yeah, mate, that's basically it. So I'll just hand back to MJ. Let's do some Q&A. I think there was a few hands up. So yeah,
Yeah,
let us know.
yeah, you can also go back to the presentation, please, and you can tell them about the apps they can actually create. I think it's in the last few slides.
Yep, let me just load that up for you. There we go. Okay, so you can see the different apps that you can create. Drop your idea in the chat if you want to discuss. I'm happy to ideate here, where we figure out what you're going to build if you can't figure it out yourself. But yeah, basically, I would recommend you try and build in your area of knowledge. So if you don't play games, then don't try and build a game. But if you play a lot of games and you can sort of see an opportunity, maybe there's a good opportunity to mix AI or Web3 technology into this little game idea that you have, you can certainly build it, and we can help you. Hopefully, Bonfire game gave you some inspiration, like leaderboards, there's chats. So yeah, there is things you can do. Is there any questions, by the way? Let me just check the chat. Can you create a tower defense kind of game? So as long as it's like a simple web game that isn't 3D, I have tried to build 3D games with 3JS. For whatever reason, I keep getting build errors. But that is a web-based game. The problem with 3JS, it's a bit big, I think. It's a bit too complex. So when you try and build a 3D game, it doesn't work. So keep it to 2D. You can generate, so the AI can generate images. It uses stable diffusion. So you can just say, yeah, build a little background image and it will, of a, like a, let's say a castle in a tower defense game. Maybe it's like a castle courtyard with like 4 different areas. And the job of the player is to take over the 4 areas, and maybe it generates like one soldier every 10 seconds, and you just tell where to point the soldier. So I'm actually describing the prompt to you right now. So every 10 seconds, generate a soldier. Make sure you send it to one of the, say, A, B, C, D quadrants, and like the 4 quarters of the court of the castle, and then you're trying to take over those areas. Obviously, there'll be an AI that would come in and try and take that back from you. But the beauty is, I think you could do multiplayer technically, because if so, there is storage, basically a web client storage. You can actually store some data, like the Bonfire app showed you. And it is possible to do a simple web-based, turn-based game where people could come in, and then I just don't know how you'd control who comes in. There's no sort of user authentication yet. But yeah, basically we could add wallets in the future, and then people could connect and maybe do a multiplayer game. So, you know, I don't know where this will go, but the idea is it's a simple 2D, maybe web game. Turn-based is pretty simple to do, and you could build a tower defense game. It's a good idea. Any other questions? I'm just on the Google Meet. Let me just flick over to Messenger. But yeah, make sure you redeem your voucher and try and get your app idea. One of the questions they've got is Rusty was just asking, is it accurate in making a game that's not a simple game? So yeah, the more complex you get, it does lead to errors. So what that means is it won't deploy, and then you have to reset it back a step to go back and try the prompt again. I have found what works is just try and keep it simple language, describe what you want the outcome of the site to be, not, you know, put a specific button here and there, but you can basically say, you know, add some buttons that do this and that, and the AI should be able to figure it out. But have a look through the mini app like list, look at the prompts, and you can basically work out what you can build. Look at everyone else's prompts and how they built it, what the result was. That's probably the quickest way to learn, is just look through what people have done in the past that worked and copy that. But yeah, you don't have to build games. People have built quiz apps. I try to build a Learn Tagalog app. You know, people are building like a personal finance calculator to help you figure out what your savings is and expenses. So yeah, a lot of cool things. So is it better to prompt in a detailed, short manner, like dividing into parts? I think having categories like design and then describe the design in 1 or 2 sentences. You can do prompts in like that. So there's like different broad categories and you're just describing, but really that's just a clear way to communicate. So just keep it clear so the AI can understand what you're saying. You, I have seen people try and build really complex prompts. Maybe they go to Grok and build some crazy 5-page prompt and then they drop it in and it just completely doesn't work. So look at the example prompts that people have in miniapps.openxai.org. The answer is you can do whatever you want. It may or may not work. So just try and play around, and you can do simple prompts, you can do larger prompts, but don't try and be too specific. Like, here's the example code, drop this example code in, it just won't work. It'll come up with code like build errors. So just try and keep it as simple, like 1 sentence dot points, and that's probably the best thing you can do right now. But yeah, have a look at the examples that people have made, and it's all open source and out there, so you can learn as a community. We do have a builders Discord, so people that want to build and chat on Discord, we do have a builders Discord. So let me just get the link for that, because and I can create a new channel for you guys, but we do have a global chat as well. But let me just drop this builders Discord in if you want to chat to other builders. But we do have a Facebook group chat, but if you do want to speak to all the other communities we worked with or other university students, we do have a builders Discord. So yeah, have a look. Just say you're there for the mini apps factory, and then I can create a new channel if you need one, where we just talk about mini apps. But yeah, I've dropped the Discord in the chat. Let us know. But yeah, really keen to find out what you guys creatively build. You can basically build anything. You can also generate really high quality images with Stable Diffusion. Just ask the prompt. So if you are trying to build little icons or backgrounds, you can actually make really beautiful pictures, which some people have done. I'll try and load up an example in a sec. Let me know if there's any final questions. We'll do another round. It's called something like Cute Cats. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. So it's called Cat Pics. So let's see if I can load this one up. So you can sort of see the quality of the images that it can make. There's another game that's like this. It has cute images, but then you can like flick through and look at the different ones. But yeah, I guess if you're creative and you can come up with a prompt style for image creation, you can create all sorts of different cool cats. Someone has created sprites. If you want to have transparent background, it can generate sprites. I tried it and it didn't work. So I sort of went back to emojis, but it is possible to use Stable Diffusion to generate images that are sprites. You sort of are restricted to the AI. So this is just a way to, because people start putting weird stuff in. So we try and restrict it a little bit. So just use the AI to build the app. If you are building an advanced app, obviously we'd recommend a different product, which is just straight up using the studio to deploy code, which is another way to do it. I showed you that before, deploying an AI chatbot with DeepSeek. But for this example, it's just building simple, lightweight mini apps through an AI prompting vibe coding platform. The final thing I'll show, MJ, I'm not sure if there's any other questions, but let me just flick over to the new community site we've got coming. So let me just load that up. So yeah, we do have this learning portal that's coming. Soon you'll be able to connect your wallet, the base wallet that you just showed us creating before. Let me just drop that in the chat. And we've got another question, but basically there is going to be NFT certificates. So with your wallet identity, you can store assets, whether that's crypto or money or Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever. You can also store NFTs, and one of those will be NFT certificates. We are building a training portal that will teach you about Mini App Factory, but it also teaches you about open source cloud stack, how to deploy on there, decentralized AI and open source AI models. So there will be a lot more cooler courses to do. Right now you can do a simple free one, learning about the base learning about the base wallet, how to install that, learning about MetaMask and things like that. There is some videos you can play, and yeah, you can sort of click the different wallets and go through the video series and figure out how that all works. So yeah, feel free to do that. It does store locally your progress, but eventually we will have Connect Wallet, which will allow you to mint an NFT of a certification saying that you've completed that. Now, probably the different courses that we have coming up, and let us know if you have any other course ideas, but we do want to teach a lot about open source AI and decentralized cloud, so open source cloud as well. There is hackathons coming up like this one, the base mini app factory hackathon. There is job opportunities if you have built something, whether that's in the previous hackathon or this mini app hackathon. Once you build something, we can identify you through the wallet, so we know that you built it, and we can actually figure out if you're a good developer. Do you have any marketing chops, like you built a Twitter campaign out of this cute cat game, and then you got like 100 or 1,000 followers? We can actually see that you have skills in marketing or coding or product design. And then, yeah, we do actually recruit from the community if you want remote work, part-time work, intern work, and full-time work. So have a look at that. There is a discussion forum, which is currently closed temporarily, but we are hooking that up to the wallet system. And you can go through and look at all our previous forum topics. So it's just different campaigns, different hackathons, different job roles as well. So you click jobs, and then there's different sort of roles available. In the past, lots of people have sort of applied. And what we do is just you drop your name and yeah, basically, let me find one that has replies. Yeah, so there's like different people replying to that job role back 9 months ago. And some people put their links in. I guess, if No, I've got a YouTube channel. I'll put a link into that. I've got a GitHub portfolio. I'll put a link into that. So it is really about, this guy's done it as well. He's got a little website. So, this is what open source DAO communities are in Web3. You can get jobs, you can get paid in stable coins like US dollars into your base mini app, or sorry, your base wallet app. And then yeah, you just build up your portfolio. Each app that you build, you're building up your career in Web3. You're building up a GitHub portfolio. You're building your own website, for example. You can even make your own website as a mini app. So, build something cool like that. You can build a Linktree clone. If you have links to your social media profile, you can build a Linktree clone as well. I might do that after this. So the other one is, once we connect your wallet and you have some certifications or courses completed, you move from sort of a starter noob into a verified contributor. So you've done some courses, you know how to use the studio, you know how to use the base mini app factory, you become verified. And then verified, you actually can start earning money through completing tasks. So we'll be integrating different gig tasks into this platform. Maybe it's like, go get certified, then go off and help with some marketing. Maybe it's create an event. Maybe it's build some design of banners, whatever it is. You can like get some work out of this platform as well. This will tie into the open R&D platform from previous, where there's like tasks. So that same system will be integrated here as well. This platform is also integrated our previous forum software that we were using called Discourse. So now that's all part of this as well. The main thing is you can connect with the wallet. You can't do that with Discourse or the previous systems. And yeah, obviously you stick around, keep learning, keep building, and you can go up the sort of active contributor to the ecosystem, or an expert. If you know how to use NixOS, you can become an expert as well. Obviously, you get higher, bigger tasks to do, more rewards, things like that. So yeah, we are trying to build a more of a decentralized learning portal and task system so you can like earn some money. So yeah, check that out. The main thing is just join the Facebook group chat, maybe join our Discord, follow us on social media, follow my YouTube channel, and then you can, when this is launched, you'll get a notification, and you can sign up and get started. So okay, well that's it from me, MJ. If there's no, is there any other questions? We do have a community on Telegram and Discord. So join those communities, and then this site will open up soon as well, and you can join there.
Yeah, so I hope na kuha niyo lahat ng na-discuss kanina, no? So I already placed the important links in the group chat, so make sure that your classmates will be invited in the group chat as well. So for the criteria for judging, we have app functionality, 50 points, idea, quality, and originality, 30 points, and user experience is 20 points. So you have few days to build your mini app. So yeah, good luck, guys, and thank you so much for attending our session today and our workshop. And thank you also, John, for the discussion. I hope maraming natutunan yung mga students natin. So yeah, the deadline will be again December 3 for the exclusive ACD competition. And do not worry about the global, because once you submitted that, it will automatically be eligible to the global competition. So in behalf of OpenX AI, I would like to thank Davao DeFi community for the partnership, and Assumption College of Davao, and the participants as well. So thank you so much, everyone. Do you have something, John, to add?
I think we got another question, but yeah, basically make sure you get in there and start building. You just have to type one sentence to get started. So if you can't type one sentence to get started, there's potential to win money and prizes. So we've, I don't think we can make it any easier now. Like obviously the tools will get in more easier as we go over time, but connecting AI, building with AI to build apps that connect to Web3 so you can easily monetize anything. Um, you know, this is a pretty cool tech stack that you guys can access and build. And it doesn't matter where you are, you could be in regional provinces or in the city. You could be in Philippines or you could be in the USA. It doesn't really matter where you are. It's really coming down to how much effort and time you put in and build something really cool. So it's a builder's time right now. So if you're a builder, just start building. Yeah, let us know if there's a question. We've got a hand raised.
Yeah, do you have
If
any questions, guys?
if
So
not, we'll wrap up the live stream shortly. So thanks.
yes, so we will I will be asking you to turn on your camera so we can have a documentation as well. So let's take a picture. So let's wait for the others to turn on their camera.
You got some people that don't have a camera.
Yeah, so that's okay. So all right, so let's take a screen shot. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, smile. Yay.
We got to do hand signals. Have we got all the?
Yeah, walkie. 1, 2, 3, go. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for attending. So, good luck to your mini app competition. Have a great day and happy building. So, you have a few hours left, so you can start now. And once you finished, do not forget to post or to paste the link of the app to the Google form. So, go back to the Google form and submit your links. So, good luck, guys. All right. Bye bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am, sir.